A huge thank you to everyone who's continued to support my work on Talk Beliefs. I now have a Patreon campaign where all contributions go towards the cost of travel, audio and video equipment, and fees to religious events that I fully intend to continue to infiltrate. Thank you. Okay, I'm always very wary of seeing people standing in groups in my town, or any town in fact, with little leaflets in their hands. Usually it's just some promotion for a new shop, but quite often it's why evolution is wrong, why you need Jesus, why you need Allah, or even something completely different. It's always good to try to challenge them, because they don't get much challenging, I don't think. Sometimes you might get an angry atheist who shouts at them, but I don't think that does any good, because it just leaves them with an impression that people who don't believe are angry and lost. And they just go on believing what they believe. But that's where I need to talk to them. What have you got?
A message from God, it is.
Oh,
the important.
Oh yes, I saw one of these on the ground, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, if you have time, read it. What do you think about God and what He wants for us?
Let me think. I don't really
You
know
don't
much.
really believe in...
No, not really.
Why is that interesting? Why? Why you choose to do not believe in God?
Why do you choose to believe?
Because I feel that in everything. It's not a... For me,
Yeah.
it's more than believe. I know that already. Because I find Him already. It's... Before, you believe there is. So
Yeah.
many people believe, there exists something. Maybe even you. You believe there is something.
Yes, when I was a child. But then,
Okay, and right now, what made you change your mind?
well, when I was in college, I used to do pretty much what you do. I would
Okay.
speak to friends and everything, and they would respond pretty much with logical arguments, which I couldn't refute, really.
Okay, so, but for example, science
Yeah.
do not disapprove God existence of someone, Science.
Yeah.
So, if science does not disapprove,
Disprove.
didn't,
Yeah.
doesn't disapprove existence of God, science. Through science, you can see there is something.
Yeah. You can see that there is a physical universe.
Okay.
Nothing in science points to there being a creator, even a need for a creator.
It is because the science can't deny that. So as long as the science, with all the knowledge, it's 21st century, no one can deny that could be something. Okay, scientifically, they cannot explain it.
You mean no one can explain where everything came from?
No one can prove evolution. If somebody comes with evolution,
Yeah.
no one. A scientist can't prove evolution.
Well, I mean, they're getting closer and closer all the time, because when Darwin proposed it in the 1800s, he didn't know about DNA or anything like that.
Okay.
But now that's being corroborated by science. They can look into an organism and see how the DNA changes.
Yeah.
How the different segments, the GATCA segments, they can actually swap
I have
themselves
a
around.
video for you. It's called Evolution versus God.
I've seen a lot of those on YouTube.
You've seen that one?
Well, almost every creationist argument, they misunderstand what evolution is.
What is evolution?
Evolution is when an organism adapts to its environment and then over time evolves into
But no
different
one can
species.
prove that.
Well, yes, all you have to do is go to a museum, or go to the Natural History Museum, look at a transitional fossil, which means you can look at, for instance, there's the Archaeopteryx, which is one of the first birds, millions of years old, it was found. It's got characteristics of reptile and of a bird, birds which were evolving at the time.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So, about evolution, that means that from a bird, it was a single cell, and became a pluri-organism, and after evolved until we are today here, on the highest point.
Yes, well,
No one.
arguably the highest point, perhaps not, I don't know.
As long as we know,
Yes,
on Earth, there's
Yeah.
nothing more than,
yeah,
on the next level,
yeah.
next scale,
I mean, there could be a God. What I'm saying is, there's no way to prove it, and all we have is really feelings people have, old books.
More than feelings.
Okay,
It's more than feelings.
tell me what
Look,
it is.
with what it is,
Yeah.
I know it because it's like when you, if it is a door, okay, people say there is no God. There is no God. They are saying, okay, but the Bible,
no good evidence for one. Sorry.
but the Bible is saying that there is a God, and I'm saying there is a God, and I'm telling you, look, if you want to find out it about God, if there is, you need to do this, but no one chooses to do that
What do I
because
have to do?
if you need to believe in God, okay, if you believe there is a God,
Yeah.
He's gonna reveal you.
So you have to believe first before you can believe.
Not before you can believe.
That's what you're saying, though.
So he's saying there is a path
Yeah.
to discover Him.
Yeah.
That's choosing. Anyway, you don't need to prove that God exists because we know that. Everybody knows that.
No. Everybody has heard of the God concept. That doesn't mean everyone knows God is real.
Yeah, but there is something, you know. There is something. Everybody knows there is something.
There may be, but I mean, look around. I mean, if you were here from a Muslim background or Hindu background or something like that, you'd be saying the same thing about your God, and that God would be just as invisible as yours is.
I understand. But what I know is my experience
Okay.
in my life.
What is your experience?
My experience is that sin deform people. That when you know everything the Bible says, I felt that, you know. So if somebody is telling you something, you know, you choose to believe it or not. But when you experience that,
Do you
that's
believe
true.
everything in the Bible is true?
Yeah.
Which Bible? Because there's a couple of versions of it on there.
The Bibles,
Yeah.
I know just not one. You mean translations?
Well, translations. Yes.
Translations, yeah, they are more than one. It's just one version.
But it depends. The Catholic Bible, it has more books than the Protestant Bibles.
Okay, I have the Protestant Bible.
Yeah. Okay. Then.
Okay, and everything what is in there, I truly believe, because I experienced them.
You didn't experience, for instance, Adam and Eve and Jesus on earth and miracles and
But
things
what
like
I'm
that.
saying, because if I experience something,
Yeah.
okay, if I say a sentence, you know, or more than one sentences, and that's true. I mean, one book is true, the second book is true, which things I felt it, you know, I experienced. That made me choose to believe. I mean, to believe that everything is true, because from the beginning, lead me to something, you know.
Yeah.
So if right here at the end of the row, let's say it, yeah, the New Testament, everything, what I can feel, what I can experience, I know that everything what lead to that point, which made me believe, needs to be true.
Everything in both testaments are true.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah.
Okay. You know that the Old Testament mentions unicorns, don't you?
Unicorns.
A unicorn. Yes.
I don't know exactly about
Okay.
unicorns. Unicorns, okay. I know there is like you can call them monsters in Jove, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a Leviathan. It's called.
Leviathan is mentioned, but that's no
Okay.
different than someone talking about a dragon or something like that.
Okay,
You know,
so could be that. That doesn't change nothing about Jesus and about the needs of a savior and the fact that God exists. That doesn't change nothing.
you know
Just
that there's no archaeological proof or any proof whatsoever that the Hebrews were taken into bondage and there was the Exodus.
there is no.
No.
But there is also that. So somebody says something, and I choose to believe it because you cannot prove. You know the.
And the earth is supposed to be 6,000 years old according to the Bible, but
Yeah.
we look at pyramids and we know that they're much older than that. In fact, we can date all kinds of things to millions of years old.
To millions. So you choose to believe, or not just you, you choose to believe a scientific method. So who started to
I don't
invent
believe it's not. I don't believe in science. I mean, if it's evidence.
that evidence?
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Do you choose to believe that when you go to the hospital, the doctor, that their scientific research is true or just a belief of theirs?
I believe in that, yeah.
Yeah. But you don't believe or you don't trust in scientists who study evolution and come up with the same.
No, as long as they can prove that,
Yeah,
you
they
know, to
have.
prove it, they know. Because there is no one who can admit, an evolution scientist, that the evolution from a single cell become a human. That's too many. You need faith to believe that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, why does every single creature on Earth have DNA?
Have DNA?
Yeah,
Because the DNA is the structure of a...
because we're all related.
Yeah, but you don't have the same DNA with a lion.
Have you seen, for instance, embryos, different embryos of different creatures, whether it be a snake, a chicken, an ape, a human being? When they start off at that sort of 1 inch high sort of, that sort of stage, they look almost identical.
Okay.
And some of them have the same features. Like a human being will start off with a little tail, but it will absorb
But
that.
the code of ADN, yeah?
Yeah.
The code, which is gonna make you, yeah? That's completely different.
A snake will start off with little leg buds, but that will be absorbed. Okay, birds will start off with little teeth, but those genetic markers, those codes will be switched off and they won't have teeth. It's because in the past they had those things. The snake had legs and evolved to go on the ground,
Yeah.
and birds used to be reptiles with teeth.
But the Bible saying that the snake, for example, used to fly.
Where does it say that?
But in the Genesis, yeah?
It says the snakes used to fly.
Yeah, to be in the sky, yeah.
I don't think that's in line with evolution, though.
So that doesn't change nothing. But the evolution. Look, if you can prove me that the evolution it is.
Okay, I'm not a scientist. Obviously, I follow it.
I get it.
But all you have to do is
I follow it as well.
open a book, look on YouTube, watch one of these programs like
I
Horizon
looked
or
one
Nova
of
or
that
one of
program,
those.
for example,
Yeah.
God versus evolution.
Yeah.
And this guy, okay, which is a Christian, just ask them to give him just one example of evolution from something, from, for example, a bird to become something else.
Yeah, like I just did.
There is no.
Yes, I just did. The first bird called
They couldn't.
the first true bird called Archaeopteryx. Okay, there's another animal which was found only a few years ago. They called Tiktaalik.
Okay.
Right, and that has
Can
got.
I search all this?
Yes, you
Okay,
can.
let
Yeah,
me-
it's got
No worries.
characteristics of a water creature and a land creature. So
Okay, so-
going from fish to land.
So,
Tiktaalik with 2 A's.
oh, T.
L-I-K.
Yeah, this
there
one.
it is. Yeah.
Okay. So this one proves the evolution, yeah?
They found that in, I believe it was Canada, up north there, in about 2004, something like that. Not that long ago.
I'm gonna read
And
it.
it's got characteristics of both a fish and a lizard because it was halfway between evolving to move out of the water and onto the land.
Yeah, but so we see these characteristics, yeah, and we are saying because you adapt what you know already
Yeah.
about evolution to this example.
But God said apparently in the Bible, God created everything as we see them now, all at once.
Yeah,
Giraffes and elephants and everything.
yeah.
And evolutionary theory, it's not really a theory,
Okay,
it proves
I'm gonna
that
read
they've
exactly.
been around. And another one is called IDA, I-D-A, okay? And if you want to put lemur next to L-E-M-U-R, L-E,
Yeah, okay.
and that was
Okay.
also found not that long ago.
And on this one,
That was found in Germany.
I saw. You can watch this one. You tell me if you saw this one.
Now, that's one you should look at. It's called
I'm gonna look. Let me see if it's that one. In this one,
I probably
none
watched-
of the
yes, I think I've
scientists.
watched that. Oh, God versus evolution. Now, I
this
recognize those faces. Yeah.
Yeah, not this one. Oh, maybe it's this one. Let me think if it's this one or just. Yeah, I think this one is, yeah. So in this one, none of them, which are, many of them are professors. They are like teachers in scientist teachers, yeah, at the university, couldn't explain to this guy. Nothing.
Now this has been uploaded by Living Waters. Now that's a Christian organization run by Ray Comfort, who is famous for editing out things which he doesn't like from his videos. So I wouldn't trust that at all.
Okay, but you can look.
Oh, I'll watch it. It'd be great fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, look. So, because what they seeing, what there are here, questions,
Yeah.
and if you can answer to those questions,
Yeah.
you can find on internet research to answer to those questions, that would be something.
Okay, but I'm just afraid that anything that has been uploaded by a Christian organization, they're going to have a certain bias. They already believe in God. They already believe God's looking over their shoulder.
Yeah,
I think you should look at a scientific source.
It's the same thing. So it's from the scientific,
No.
source.
This is faith. Science is
Science.
from research. It's
I get
not
it.
faith. It's not a belief. It's not a religion.
That's what I'm saying. But what he's doing is not present something from his point. He's just asking you something. No, he is asking a question. You take the question and you can answer. You don't need to take his answer. You take just the question and find an answer to that question.
Okay.
Because they couldn't give an answer. You get what I said?
I do. Ray Comfort is just not the best person. I think there are better apologists out there. But I'll have a look, definitely. And if you look at Ida...
I have saved in the...
Yeah, it's a little monkey-like lemur.
I want to read what they are saying about it.
Yeah, okay. You and I, that little creature is one of our earliest ancestors. In fact, common ancestor, which apes and humans and lemurs all sprung from.
Ben Carson. You know, you heard about Ben Carson?
I have heard that name, yeah.
Ben Carson is a surgeon, a surgeon. He's doing surgery on the brains, and not that only. So he said that just the human eyes has billions of cells, and characteristics.
Yes.
So in order for him, he is a scientist. So for him as a scientist to believe that from a single cell become, could made an eye, a single eye from the human body. For him, he said, and he's a scientist, he needs more faith to believe that as a scientist than to believe that God created.
I don't think he's a very good scientist because it took millions of years. And even now, the eye isn't perfect because the image that goes in and hits the retina is upside down and the brain has to correct it right side up.
So why is not the eye is not good?
So why isn't God sort of cutting out all that nonsense and just making it right side up?
Just because you don't get the point, that doesn't mean it's nonsense.
Yeah, but human eyes are not the most complex or not the most evolved eyes on Earth. I believe the octopus actually can see better than we can.
I agree with that.
All I'm saying is things like this that I have learned make me think, perhaps this God thing isn't really something I should spend much time on, because evolution and science, that explains how we got here. And a God just magically putting everything here sounds like early man's first ideas, what he thought the universe was about. Like mythology.
The mythology.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it. So, even if you answer how we became human, the evolution, you don't answer why we are here, how. Because there are so many, the planet, if they're saying.
Well, scientists, they don't know everything, and they don't profess to know everything. They'll say, I don't know, or maybe we'll never know, but religion says, I've got the answer, that's it, and I'm going to fit everything into it. And
but there is. Okay, search for that.
Okay.
Search for that video and answer to those questions.
All right, thank you so much for talking to me.
Me
Have
too.
a good day
Great.
then.
You too.
Bye-bye. Yes, you're a lesser spotted street proselytizer. He's very convicted in his beliefs. Guess that's a good thing if you're going to go out in the street handing out little colorful leaflets. But I am not going to be swayed by any video which has been produced by Living Waters, which is, I think, a very disingenuous organization. All you have to do is look on YouTube and see any one of their videos. That's the Ray Comfort organization, Ray Comfort and Kirk Cameron. Need I say more? But it always seems to come down to, why are we here? What's our purpose? Does there have to be a why? Do we have to be special? That's what it all seems to boil down to. It's important to him. And to his credit, he did listen very intently what I had to say, and he looked up Tiktaalik, and he looked up Ida. And he might look at all that and then still say, okay, God poofed it all into existence anyway. I don't see the need for a God. He may be right, but he and people like him have still failed to convince me that there's any good reason to know that that particular God or any particular God actually exists in the first place or is necessary. Oh well, another one down. I'm sure there's plenty more in the way.